Yes, so yes, mouses and dogs are keep moving. They are moving. They are moving. No, not an arm, no a leg is moved around the world. Only mouses and dogs. So yes, yes, worms in the eyes. Why the eyes? Because they like the eyes. As many other subskin parasitic worms. You know, so while we anticipate, I mean, you know, the worldwide comedy, um, I was wondering regarding another famous worldwide comedy, and for the first time ever, a thought occurred to me. I will share you the thought. You know that I mean it's very famous. It's famous that out of all the participants, the major participant or any participant in World War II, the United States, I mean, of course, not quite a few people died, but it is known that they I mean, emerged from this war in a considerably better situation than everyone else, and actually. The rest of the 40s, you hear the neighbors, they keep doing the noise, mouses and dogs are keep moving. What a comedy. So, I mean, the rest of the 40s and especially the 50s were a time of great economic boom in the United States. As opposed to almost everywhere else around the world. Of course, in the Soviet Union, the UK as well, where, I mean, כן, מה?
שמה הכניסה יש, זה שלך.
כן.
נו, גם אני צריך.
אני תכף אוריד את זה, תודה רבה.
שמה זהו.
אני הבנתי, אני תכף אוריד את זה. תודה רבה.
בבקשה.
So yes, yes, very, 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 very clever Shabak tricks. Anyway, so regarding World War II, so we see that I mean they took it really, I mean, considerably better than the rest. Of course, the Soviet Russia not only came completely poor out of it, they also paid, as they say, 20 million people. And overall, there is a great, should I say, match, or what's the statistic word? I mean, the word like. It's difficult to sing because my nose is stuffed, so the brain doesn't work as well. There is like an equivalency. What's the statistical word? Like connection. Statistical connection between the places where that sent Jews to Israel before it was I mean, during the era of Zionism, during I mean the first half of the 20th century, and how bad I mean the population hit. And the US almost sent no one to Israel because there were very little Jews in the United States during the time. Of course, there were Jews, but not that much. And I mean, most of them were also, I mean, were there after a process of immigration from another place, mostly Europe. So they weren't. I mean, it was very unpopular for them to initiate a new immigration procedure, especially from the richest place on earth to one of the poorest places on earth. I mean, that doesn't make much sense. So during the Holocaust, the time of the Holocaust in the 30s and the 40s, the United States was almost not involved at all in the Zionist project. And as I've spoken about a lot in the past, actually, even after that, I mean, their involvement in the Zionist project wasn't that pronounced as it was starting the 60s and mostly the 70s. And that's an issue that I spoke about in the past lot. I mean, that in the first decades of the Israeli states, it was backed up by England, which is a little bit peculiar because during the 40s, I mean, including up to including the War of Independence, they were, I mean, formally ambivalent, but I mean, behind the curtains, I mean, they supported the Arabs, but also France and of course Germany, and so I mean, it's very, I mean, And once you understand that the Titan genocide started before the state of Israel was formally declared, and which was in 47 and in 48, and the UN result was in 47, but on 47. But of course, I mean, I've spoken about it in the past a lot, that many rationalizations, many historic deconstruction of the formal lies of history could tell us, and more than that, the actual the Israeli culture itself and the way the Israelis are acting, all of that, I mean, is directly, I mean, bringing us to understand that the Italian genocide started with Zionism and not with the state of Israel, meaning in the end of the 19th century, perhaps the first decade of the 20th century. And already then, they conducted the slave raids and the atrocities and the pedophile acts and unimaginable cruelty. So, do I say that the World War II was a punishment for the Titan genocide? That was accorded in Zionist, in Ottoman Zionist territory, and later the British made that the Zionist territory? Of course I do, and I've said it in the past. Do I say that the Jewish Holocaust was also a punishment? Of course I do, and I've said it in the past. They sent all the junk to Israel, and they held accountable, because not only the lowest scum of earth are held accountable for their actions, but also the people that sent them to the crime scene and supported them. And you know why there are many people in the various intelligence communities in this world that did not find these two statements ridiculous, like the connection between the Holocaust to the Italian genocide and also the connection between the World War II to the Italian genocide? You know why they didn't? All of them left my face. Not because they reached this conclusion by themselves, no. Because there was a messenger. Because there was a messenger during this time in Zionist territories that told them they told people exactly what's going to happen. There is no other. I mean, it's the first time that I thought about it, but there is no other option. It's the only possible explanation. There was indeed. I don't know nothing about him. Like, this is pure conjecture, a relatively late conjecture. I just thought about it very recently. But there was a messenger. Probably he lived here. I mean, and suffered from greatly from, as usual, the usual stuff. Tortured, the usual. I mean, well, I mean, what they like to do. I mean, the usual way of the Jews in Israel. That's what they did to him. But he lived it. I mean, long enough for conveying the message, and probably also left artistic impressions of this message, like tangible things that actually people could actually look at them and feel those stuff. I don't know if they survived and where they exist, if at all. But I'm certain, and it's probable that they use the same, or a variation of the symbolic language that I use, and I discovered it a lot. So the message is not only clear, but also is somehow at least symbolically connected to my own messages. And that, of course, his own existence in all his messages were try to be. I mean, the Israelis try to delete this information from historic memory after the fact, but they did not completely succeed, because some people, I mean, believed that he actually, I mean, existed and conveyed those messages. And of course, I mean, many people believe that another messenger, I mean, acted 2,000 years ago at the same place and conveyed messages. So, I mean, it's if they believe that, I mean, of accounts that are true. I do not mean to imply that the Evangelions are not true. They are true, but I mean, if people believe those accounts, I mean, it could be like, I mean, it makes sense that some people will believe accounts that, I mean, happened much later in history and in an era that, I mean, mass communication already existed, and so, and I think that that's why some people did not like outright. I mean, dismiss the old notion as ridiculous. I mean, all this is, I think, it's just historical inquiry, which is, I think, is interesting. It doesn't change much like the situation now. I mean, the people that didn't use their eyes will have worms in their eyes, like literal worms, much more dangerous than biological worms, synthetic worms, of course. But I mean, you already see them under the microscope. The stuff, the good stuff. Turpentine is the key. I mean, from my experience, and I've showed you like the scientific results. I didn't hide anything. Soap doesn't do anything to them. I mean, hydrogen peroxide, alcohol 70%. Iodine, nothing. I mean, they swim in it very well. I mean, the only way I was managed to kill these things was with turpentine. So yeah, that will be your medicine. Um, and they say, "See you in World War III," which I guess is is probably an event that we will all of us will see. I mean, those that will not have worms in their eyes, we will see very very soon.